What is going on, everybody? It's me, Truck Driver Sean. Today I am coming at you with this amp is retarded. I love this thing. This right here was put together by Driftwood for me. Huge shout out to Malik and Jenny, which, by the way, at NAMM they were the coolest people ever, and they brought snacks, so they're winners in my book. Seriously, I mean, they're the nicest people ever. And anytime you can buy gear from a small company that's got awesome people, man, it makes you feel real good. So Malik put this together for me in my colors, which is the neon green on purple, which I know sometimes the lighting on this, because what we do to get clearer pictures kind of changes the color shit. That is purple. Comes with this. It's a foot switch I'll probably never use because I just play in my room, so I don't really need foot switches. But I did find out something, so we're going to talk about it here in a second. The Master 2, I don't know how to turn it on. I couldn't figure it out. It's because you need the foot switch. All right, so this amp right here is 100 watts. It's a single channel amp that does have two channels. Yes, sounds very confusing, right? So you have a Master 2 and a regular Master. I have no idea how they work, but I know only one side takes some of the switches, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand it because I just turn the thing on and it just sounds good no matter what you do. This amp is like every guy who plays rock and metal's dream come true. This will make you jack off to pictures of your grandmother. Just saying. It happens. Okay. So, because there's a lot in this, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to use the what's in this motherfucker breakdown. Alright. So, what we're looking at, obviously, is a 100-watt tube head. It is two channels with gain. In other words, there's nothing clean about this amp. She a filthy bitch. And it sounds glorious. If you're familiar with the other models, you got the burn switch in this. You have a tight mode and a voice switch, which kind of gives you a little bit of breathing room, especially if you're going to be playing super down-tuned stuff, or if you're like me, you're playing just a half step down. You can do both of those universes very well. And you can even dive in between them and kind of customize your own sound out of that very well. All right? You obviously, if you have two channels, you got a master, right? The effects loop in it is tube driven, so it's a really decent tube amp to like run if you're gonna run an equalizer through it or any timed effects. It's its own little entity, so you get a really clean and super transparent dive on it, right? It's a built-in IR loader, and it's just got shit tons of them in there. That was a nice touch. I didn't know it was going to come with that. It also has a 9-volt DC outlet on the back. If you need to power a pedal or something, you can do it right straight off the head. That's a really nice touch. Every amp should come with one or two of those in the back at all times. It just should. And forward thinking on Driftwood, man. Seriously, that is a forward thinking thing. If you're not thinking forward, you don't think of doing something like that, right? It also has a tuner out, which is nice because you don't have your tuner in your chain, and it's not doing anything to kind of throw everything off, right? It's its own thing. It feeds through. You hit it, it reads it. Yeah. It also has a built-in overdrive, which is just like your regular TS9 or 808. You got your volume, you got your gain, and you have your tone. It also has a built-in noise gate, which is on the back. If you watch that slick little video that was in the beginning of this, yeah. Actually, yeah. If you can read, you saw it. If you can't read, it's there. All right. You also have a rumble and sharp, which everybody says it is presence and resonance. You are wrong. Does it do kind of the same thing? Yes and no. So your sharp kind of like where Presence adds like a lot of fizz and kind of takes the higher register and makes it super powerful. This kind of like curves everything so it's literally tight. You can make this amp butthole tight. Well, maybe not as tight as your mom's butthole, but you know, your average walking human being's butthole. Sorry, man. Fucking your mom in the butt's like sticking your dick into a pudding cup. But anyway. I'm not supposed to laugh at my own jokes. It has full MIDI control. It also has the sizzle switch, which again is found on most of his amps. And it comes in very, very handy. Okay? My particular model has 6L6 tubes in it. They are the GCMs, I believe. And there's 4 of those, and I believe 3 AX7s. Well, 2 AX7s and 1 weird one for the parallel part of it, I guess. I don't know shit, man. I just turn it on. I play the fucking thing. I'm literally using a cheat thing, and when I got to it, different power 2 options is what it says. That doesn't do me any fucking good. Like, seriously. So the fuses are easy to change. Long story short, these things come from a long ways away. It just happened to show up. I turned it on, and like the well-built amp it is, instead of whatever was going on, the fuse just decided to quit, and it was a really hard fuse to find here in America. Yeah. So if you buy a Driftwood, I would ask Malik, because he's a super awesome dude, and he probably won't even charge you 1 cent extra for it, and if he does, he might charge you $1. See if he'll send you a couple extra of those 1A fuses if you're here in America, because they're a little challenging to find. I did find some, but it took me a minute. Amazon helped, but you know, it probably came from right where Malik gets his. So yeah. All right, well that's pretty much it, man. You have some incendiary lights that work here that if you're using the foot switch, let you know when you're on mute and when your loop is active. I do not know if you can use the loop without the foot switch. I'm going to go with say you can, but I don't know, because only time I really use an effects loop is when I need a noise gate, and this one has one built into it, and it fucking works awesome. It really does the job. So I have nothing hooked up to this. When I play this, I'm plugged straight into it. There's nothing. It's my guitar going straight into this. This is going straight into the Arachnid cab. And by the way, look at how they match this stuff up, man. Tell me that doesn't make you rigid in your undies. Seriously. I'm not even kidding with you. This right here is the reason why dudes my age get boners. It's not the women we're fucking, because they're old as shit and their bodies are banged the fuck up. This right here, this is what gets us fucking excited. Oh yeah. But anyway, enough of that. You guys don't need to be creeped out by me, if you haven't already been creeped out millions of times before. But yeah, I love this thing. I cannot tell you how much I love it. I cannot be happier to be, associated with Driftwood. Like, people contact me now to ask me questions about it, and yes, I am the guy that broke everything from Driftwood. And none for nothing, this is what's awesome about me saying that. And I know Malik's probably like, oh my god, he's bringing that up. But you know what? Malik takes care of his stuff. If you hear people say like, oh, I got it, and there's like a little tiny issue, little issues are easy to fix, and he can help you fix most of it remotely. If you know how to use a screwdriver or change a fucking fuse, or take a picture of like what he asked you to take, he can fix your problems remotely. And if not, the dude takes care of you. He gets your amp sent out to him, he gets it fixed, he gets it sent back to you. And that's customer service you just can't buy. Like, literally, there's a handful of companies that are that awesome. That's not a lot, considering how many companies make guitar amps, right? Like, seriously. The dude's a gem. And again, I can't stress enough, like, if you have any questions about Driftwood stuff, contact Malik through Driftwood's Instagram, Facebook, email on the website. The dude is awesome. He could explain this stuff better than I can. And if you like weird type of tube setups, the dude builds it for what you need. If you're a KT88 guy, he's got you. He knows what to do. You know? He's just really good like that. The guy's fucking smart. You know, he's just smart in a way that people aren't smart. You know? It's like they have a new version of the Purple Nightmare, and I can't remember what I think they call it the Signature Nightmare. It's more based on that British, like, Marshall-y kind of sound. I got to play it at NAMM, and the thing is fucking phenomenal. I'm hoping at some point a demo model of it comes around the United States, and I can get my hands on it, do a proper demo here in my room, because it really is phenomenal. It's so good that I almost contemplated going, what's the chances I can get one of those instead? But this is more my style. And I'm so happy with it. Like, you're going to see when I play. It's just, I'm happy. The amount of happy I am right now, I should be medicated to be that happy. I'm just going to put that out there. All right, but speaking of that, yes, mate. So I'm going to run my little fucking intro so you can be annoyed for about 18 seconds. So if you don't want to sit through it, just skip, you know. Or you take the time to, you know, jack your dick to the wiggles. I don't give a shit what you do. But trust me, you want to hear this thing, I'm going to turn knobs, I'm going to flick switches. You know, we're going to have a good time. Or I'm going to have a good time. You're just going to do whatever the fuck you do. Alright? So yeah, take a second, watch that intro, go get your favorite lubrication of choice and a soft sock, and I'll meet you back here in a few minutes. Yeah. To the intro, motherfucker. All right, we are all hooked up. Today, my chain. The chain of events. All right. My signature, Deviant Linchpin. Yes, mate. That is going directly into the Driftwood. Like, literally, it's a fucking cord. That's it. Driftwood is going into my Arachnid cabs 2x12, which is being mic'd up with a Sennheiser E609, going directly into that fucking camera right there, which is a Zoom Q8N. Why don't they just call it the fucking Zoom, motherfucker, Zoom? It'd be easier to remember. But anyway, I take it directly off that camera, via SD card, dump that shit on my cell phone. No computers, it's all just what you get's what you get, alright? So, yeah. I'm gonna turn this vocal mic off, because I just want to plug and play. I got it set on my settings. We'll turn some knobs here in a second. Just let me jam for a minute, motherfucker. Yep. I like it. All right, so let's put everything at noontime. All right, we're gonna put the sizzle in the middle. Anything that has a middle, we're gonna put it in the middle, except for the volume, because this thing is ungodly fucking loud. All right, so everything's in the middle. All switches in the middle, unless it's just an up and down switch. If so, it's all the way down. So let's see what we get. That's everything just right at noontime. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? So we're going to play with the sizzle. We're going to go down, we're going to go up. All right, next is the shack. We're going to take it down. We're going to go back up. Oh yeah, she gets super, super tight. Super tight. Next is the rumble. Alright, so the next one on the way over is the bass, and there's also the tight switch underneath it. So, I don't know, fuck it, let's do the tight switch first. Probably gonna make a lot more sense once we start pushing some gain in this thing, but for right now, you got to see what it does. It literally just tightens it up, right? All right, so let's play with the bass. Next is the mids. All right, so now we're into where we've got another switch. We have the treble, and the switch is mode. So let's see what the mode switch does. Again, that's probably when we get into the higher gain stuff, that switch will make sense. It's not really doing much of anything. So let's play with the treble. Alright, so now we're going over to the gain, and the gain has a voice, and it looks like the voice is an on and off switch. So let's play with the on and off. Okay, clearly that just kind of brings into a little bit more modern. I'm going to say that's for like lower tunings and 7-string. That's what we're getting. Hi, my name is Truck Driver Sean, and we're getting ready to play with my favorite switch. So just so y'all know, I kind of kept this quiet to see if any of you would catch on, right? That's the low gain setting. Now we're going to play with the high gain. Bam, motherfucker. Now let's see what that gain does. That's a lot of fucking gain. Holy shit! Alright, so now we're over on the tube screamer side of things. It's just a tube screamer, so I'm just going to diddle with it. Just like your mom. Alright, here we go. beast. So let's just dial it in. Fuck it. Let's dial it in. Yeah. I fucking love it. This thing is above and beyond ignorant. It's... Not only is it beautiful, I mean, we can look at it and go, ooh, ah. But this thing just fucking kills. It just kills. Key hauls. Alright? So yeah, I don't know what else to say except for huge thank you to Malik for just being like the nicest guy ever. And by all means, he probably shouldn't have been talking to me when he did, just because I was literally breaking everything that I got. I fried a preamp, which probably was my fault at the end of the day, but who knows? We couldn't detect whose fault it was. It got fried, but you know what? I actually borrowed that from somebody else, and I contacted Malik because I was going to pay to have it fixed or buy him another one. And Malik was like, "No, dude, I got you. I'll take care of it." And he was not taking any other option as an answer. And that's awesome. When you sit and talk to him and he explains why he does the things he does, he has an immense amount of pride in his accomplishments and the pieces of work he has out there. Now, I know maybe back in the day when, some of these amp makers were making their pinnacle amps, we'll call it, they might have had the same thing, but, then corporate investors and companies, next thing you know, they've put out 7 amps, they don't even know what the fuck they do. It's different when you're dealing with a small-time company with a very smart guy, and he doesn't overcharge. That's another thing, too, that's kind of like really ridiculously crazy. If you don't want tons of the add-ons, granted, this thing's got every bell and whistle, and I didn't know it was coming with every bell and whistle. To be honest with you, I didn't even know what the options were. It's like, I gotta have one, and I'm gonna order one. And if you can, any chance you can pull these colors off? The dude didn't tell me no, and I got this. It was phenomenal. But baseline cost for one of these is 2,800 euros, which is about $3,200 US. And it's worth every single penny of it if you want that sound. Nothing else really sounds like a Driftwood. I mean, even the preamp, you plug that into something, it has its own unique sound. It's aggressive, very musical, chimey, I'd even say, and you can box it up. Like, I like myself a little boxy. I know everybody's like, dude, it sounds kind of woofy. I like things a little woofy. I'm a fucking chubby fat piece of shit. Maybe I want my tone to be a fucking chubby fat piece of shit. You ever think of that, motherfucker? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, for the love of God, if it's something you're looking for, I'm telling you right now, you cannot go wrong with Driftwood. And, you know, even if Malik was to some reason go out of business tomorrow, I would still be, one, talking about that guy forever, and two, I'd be like really putting out, like, you know, whatever I'd have to figure out to get that guy building amps again, because we need people like Malik Moshkowski. By the way, he makes amps for metal guys, and his real last name is Moshkowski. Mosh is his last name, motherfuckers. You can't deny how fucking awesome that is. And again, he's the sweetest guy ever. And his wife Jenny is also a super peach. She like hung out with a bunch of smelly fucking dudes, just being dudes for a whole weekend, and she was in a good mood the whole time, super pleasant, and you could not ask for a better human being. The two of them together, they're ridiculously funny. Trust me, if you ever get to go to NAMM and he's there and he's got his wife with him, stop by the booth. It'll be the most fun you have all day. Like, seriously, I had a good fucking time hanging out at the Driftwood booth, and they're just good people, really, seriously. And I'm proud as shit to own this. It's been in the making for a minute. It's been a journey, and I'm glad the time it took didn't bother me. I got it. It's everything I wanted it to be. And if you want something awesome, the wait it's worth it. You can go get yourself a JCM 800 used wherever for X amount of dollars. But when you got something when you see this and you see it on my cab, you're like, fuck, that's his. Goddamn right, it's mine. I'm serious. I don't know. I'm going to start an OnlyFans page for this thing and get Booty Call Becky to take videos of me jacking my dick while staring at my Driftwood. Yeah. She might take that the wrong way, though. That's a her problem, not a me problem. All right. Very cool. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the last few videos. They've been doing really well. For me, 300 views is pretty good. But seriously, if you're still hanging out, if you sat through this fucking sitcom of Sean talking about amps that he likes, please subscribe to my channel. Share my videos. Really, at the end of the day, I do this for fun. I drive a truck for a living, hence the truck driver Sean thing. Thanks, Gino. Fucking dumbest nickname ever. Thing stuck like fucking... It did. It stuck like a fucking beer poop. Like, you can wipe all day and you're still gonna have a fucking mark on your underwear, Yeah. It stuck. But really, subscribe to my channel, Maybe someday I can afford to take your mom out somewhere nice to eat. Just saying. She's getting kind of tired of McDonald's. Yeah. Catch you in the next video, man. Keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Send me pictures of your mom naked. And hey, don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. Later.